warm welcome to the Trans Am Series presented by Pirelli, round 2 from the Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course. After 4 months of lockdown, Trans Am is finally back to racing, with all the competitors raring to go at Mid-Ohio. We turn our attention to TA2. Wet and dry conditions made it difficult for the drivers throughout the weekend, and a very slippery track when dry also because it hadn't been used. But Rafa Matos took the pole with a 125.5.
We're extremely pleased for this moment. I think the Silver Hair crew deserve it. You know, they definitely have done their homework during this period that we're locked at home. We never stopped working, and after Sebring, we felt that we had some work to do with the cars, and we did some testing, and we struggled a little bit this weekend because we didn't basically have any track time, but you know, we're able to go out there and put a great lap. I can say that was pretty much a perfect lap. I was actually surprised with the pace.
Onto the race, and a brilliant start by Rafa Matos as he gets a march on the rest of the field. Chased by Thomas Merrill, Mike Skeen, the championship leader, would go round the outside of turn 4 to take second place. Slotting into third was Thomas Merrill, and just behind Scott Lagacy Jr. with JP Southern and Cameron Lawrence in a battle of their own just behind. On board with Merrill now as he went in pursuit of Mike Skeen, the championship leader. Lawrence and JP Southern, the 18-year-old new to Trans Am, taking on the mighty Cameron Lawrence with all his experience and doing a very good job. Sad news for Doug Peterson and the three-dimensional services crew as he would putter to a stop and go back into the pits. Meanwhile, Thomas Merrill was showing great form, using all the power of the Ford Mustang in a straight line down the back straight to take Skeen for second place and go in pursuit of Rafa Matos. JP Southern was in trouble as Cameron Lawrence came alongside out of the keyhole, but somehow the young 18-year-old held on as they headed down the back straight. Merrill soon caught Matos, and Lagacy and Skeen were soon at it, and the 92, Scott Lagacy Jr. Brilliant display of racing craft as he goes past Mike Skeen. Meanwhile, up front, Rafa Matos was in trouble. His power steering had gone, and he was physically having to muscle his muscle car around, and it was losing him time and places. Scott Lagacy Jr. going through. By now, Skeen had dropped to fourth and was getting desperate into the keyhole. He outbrakes himself. Somehow, Matos avoids him, but Skeen is off into the dirt, but recovers well. Meanwhile, Matos' problems had got worse. Finally, an electrical problem brought him to a halt, and he went back to the pits. Meanwhile, that brought out a caution in the late stages of the race. And a lot of discussion, as by now, Thomas Merrill led the race with Rafa Matos out. Lagacy behind, and Skeen back up to third place. A restart, a green-white restart, unexpected perhaps, and so too was the off of Misha Goikebird and Jet Nolan. Very fast and very scary. Both men okay. Closing stages, turn 7, and a mistake by the leader, Thomas Merrill, and he goes off into the gravel and out of the race. Disaster for Merrill, and that left Skeen and Lagacy to fight it out for the win. Lagacy held on, and as they headed into the carousel, Lagacy thought he won. The officials decided that sadly for Lagacy, the scoring recheck determined that the time had expired prior to the checkered flag, and therefore the race director deemed that the results went back to the last completed lap, giving Thomas Merrill the victory, with Scott Lagacy taking second and Mike Skeen third. Now the teams have a right to appeal to the SCCA Court of Appeals, and they will ultimately decide the winner.
It's a pretty special weekend for us. These things are a blast. You got to run qualifying laps every lap and just not make mistakes, so it's pretty fun. Thanks to M1, K-Tech. We got a heck of a crew here. It's a lot of fun.
So after a long layoff, Trans Am is finally back to racing, and we'll be back in 2 weeks' time from Brainerd in Minnesota, July 10th to July 12th. From me, Jonathan Green. Until then, goodbye for now.